Hello everyone, I'm Chaotic. Welcome back to the stream. So today's stream is going to hopefully be quite the doozy of stuff that we've got going on. The plan today is to finally actually make some forward progress. We kept getting deviated off to getting other kinds of like resource generation and stuff done in the last couple of streams, but I think last stream we finally got it. We set up our shadow fracture. We didn't passive the hint of insanity, but we did passive hints of divinity, and we got enough hints of insanity for quite a while. We made a bunch of clause array, and we can on-demand clause array now as well, so we can make more of them as needed. So it's essentially it's managed. What we need today is to get the stuff needed for the dream cluster. The dream cluster is going to need Golish, Ghastly, and then it's also going to need rubidium, strontium, and cesium ingots. The rubidium, strontium, and cesium are all needed for the matter cluster in the center. We'll need some primal ogrite, which is manageable. Mythmanite plates, which are easy. We've got impetus jewels on passive. Nocturnal powder we have a ridiculous amount of. We can just encode a recipe for all of these demon wills, no problem. What's up, Cy Green? How you doing? How you doing? We should be able to encode all of these into our Hellfire Forge. We'll just do them at stack recipes at a time. Of which we should actually probably do that right now, thinking about it. We'll encode their results as well. We'll have to do that from up here since our system is a little scuffed. We will eventually make the Berserker Forge, but getting Berserker Steel is a pretty big deviation on its own, and I do want to make progress this century, preferably. So. Just going to click all of these so they go down here, and give them their outputs. Okay, that'll be fine. Let's go and set some recipes for each one of them as well. And we'll make sure that the recipes are set to a stack. Encode this guy, take out the greater tartaric, double it up to a stack, and do that for all 5 of them. That guy, and stack. We're doing a stack since these guys have repeating ingredients. The way our current system works will not like that if we try to do anything less than that. But if it does a stack at a time, it should be totally fine. Even if that does decrease the effective speed of these by just a little bit. Let's look up Hellfire Forge. This will be with no remainders. Okay. That'll get that started ahead of time, at least prerequisite. No clue why I joined. I have to go to an appointment immediately. Oops. It's fine, it's fine. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it, appreciate it. That's good. See you around. Okay. So to get the ingots, we're going to need the eggs. We'll use the eggs. We'll combination craft them with their cut garnet forms, and then that'll get us our enchanted ones, and those will go into the shadow fracture. It shouldn't be too bad. This should be pretty easy, all in all. But we're going to actually need the chickens themselves, obviously, so we're going to need to encode all of these in the plasmatic condenser real quick. Let's do our ghastly chicken. That'll be ghastly and ghoulish. They will encode cesium. They will encode strontium. And then we'll encode rubidium. And I want to say we should have everything for these except for the chaos ingots. Take out our chaos chicken. I try to wipe the patterns of old chickens because we just want to make sure that we don't actually make a new one. That'd be a little dumb. Chicken. So cesium is just missing chaos ingots. Strontium, just missing chaos ingots. Ghastly, just missing chaos ingots. And rubidium, just missing chaos ingots. Okay, perfect. I was just making sure that our system wasn't going to have any kind of major issues with that kind of thing. Alright, so we know that we have Abyssite on demand fully. Yeah, we do. I did double check mentally, but I'm pretty sure we have Abyssite on demand fully. We do have a setup here that is manual for it somewhere. Where did I put it? I think it's this setup, yeah. If I put abyssite into this one, specifically these abyssite crystals, then they'll melt down, and then this will feed out the fluids, the different chaotic honeys that are needed for the variants in our miners. This guy's manual, we'll leave the setup alone. The plan is we're going to set up an automated setup for chaos ingots, and it should be pretty easy because I believe abyssite goes into an ingot here, goes into a melter, and then the melter, this 144, should turn into exactly, 10 ingots worth, 1,440 millibuckets, and that can just go into an ingot farmer and make chaos ingots no problem. So, pretty easy craft. We'll just request that it sends an abyssite ingot. Yeah, we'll request that it sends an abyssite ingot because we have that managed over next to the fusion reactors. An abyssite ingot over on into a melter. Yeah. Abyssite ingot into the melter, which will be passively provided with chaotic eggs. It'll make the molten chaos go directly out into an ingot former, and then that'll go directly back into the interface. Should be like a 2 or 3 block setup, and we can honestly probably do it like right here. I think that'll be fun. So I'm pretty sure we still have quite a few channels on this guy, but we will keep an eye on them. So we're at 24, so we have 8 left. We should be able to get all this done with one old interface. And you guys will also get to see what I'm talking about here. So I doubt I do have an ingot former by a miracle, I guess. We'll need a melter, which we also have, and a fluid enricher. I was like, I know we were gonna need one more, which we don't have, but we can craft. Perfect, small little 3 machine setup. Okay, grab a cable. You want him over here, break this. So my thoughts, interface here. We will want the very last thing, or we need this guy connected directly to the one that needs the abyssite ingots, so this will be the melter. With an input from the right. What we'll do is output to the left. I guess we can manage this with cables and conduits to limit their auto push level because we don't really need them auto pushed. Alright, so this guy will receive the abyssite ingot. He's going to melt it down. It's going to need to go into a fluid enricher, which will be right here. We'll separate them by 1 block because I was just talking about this. And then this guy can go into an ingot former. This should be pretty easy, so my thoughts, all the way across this. Insert, no extract. Extract always. Disconnect this guy. Make sure nothing weird happened here. I guess these guys aren't on stuff. This guy will be extract always. This guy will be on insert. We'll get a filter. Chaotic egg. Our extract always, and we'll filter this guy. Just in case we want to use this interface for something else. This will maintain his chaotic egg output. And then this guy will just simply get this and this. Extract always. Insert. Extract always. And insert. I believe this will be a pretty easy setup. We throw in some upgrades real quick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Grab our cutting knife and name this chaos ingot. Out of curiosity, is there any better way to get a chaos ingot eventually? Unless you can get this somehow. No. Okay, so it looks like it'll always be ingot formed from molten chaos. And we can get molten chaos more efficiently later with different forms of abyssite. Like this one, once we do Vithia, we'll get Twilight Fire. And so 20 millibuckets of Twilight Fire can double the amount of chaos that you get from this. For I believe the same amount of abyssite, yeah. And then whatever this is, Molten Shire Stone, which I don't think it'll be that hard after we get to that point. Yeah. once you get the infinity furnace going and such for it. This will make 144 millibuckets, which means it would get 4 operations of this for Imperial, and then that's a 10x on the initial recipe. So Chaos Ingots in mass are very, very accessible later. If you even end up moving to the advanced recipes, we probably will move to Twilight Fire just because I doubt that one's that hard to manage. Just one additional like machine throughput, but other than that, this should be pretty easy. We'll just have to Dragonfire Forge things from Vithia, which isn't hard. Anyways, rant over. This guy's set to Chaos Ingots. He provides this. We just need to set up a pattern, and these guys are also going to need power. I believe we're linked to one of these crystals that have 3 slots. It does. Beautiful. Power, power, power. Oh, Ingot Former doesn't need power. That makes sense, actually. Speed upgrades, no. Nope, I took the wrong thing out. I was like, speed, no energy. And then flipped them. Head on down here. Let us make ourselves a pattern. It's going to be a processing pattern. So it's going to be an Abyssite Ingot. Gives us 10 Chaos Ingots. That should be fun. So now if I order a chicken, let us order a Ghastly. This should start the process, hopefully, of making the Abyssite and then sending it in here and melting. It just melted, it converted all, and there's our ingots spitting out. Should have made 20 for this operation. Beautiful. Works exactly as intended. I love to see it. And there it is. That is our goalie, goalless and ghastly chickens. Let us put away this. I don't even know why we have a hoe on me. I actually know how that happened. We killed some of the specialty mobs. Some of the champions. Okay. Let us grab our plasmatic. We're going to take out our thing for goalish and ghastly. Because we already did it, I want to make sure I don't recraft any of these. And so now we'll do strontium, rubidium, and cesium. Cool. That should be pretty easy. Let us go and give a little look at our chicken coops up here. Pretty sure all 5 of these coops have chickens that can be well and truly replaced at this point, with their egg amounts being pretty extreme. So we'll swap this one out for goalish. We'll swap this guy, this is our Elisanium, out for a ghastly. Just to make sure, pretty sure we're already, yeah, we're at millions. Not a problem. Look up chicken, get our cesium, strontium, and rubidium chickens. And swap out these guys. We haven't swapped out a chicken in a couple of days, so all of these should have enough of whatever their respective eggs are already by far. Like a chaotic egg. We only have 250,000 of them. I say only, but one of them gives us 10 chaos ingots. So I think that'll be fine, and we always keep the chicken eggs after all anyways, so they are not an impossible endeavor by any means to reacquire. See, does that count all these chickens? Yeah. Apparently we can also get the Flesh Abomination at some point, but we haven't done all of the puzzles for this yet. Eternal Too Light we have. Wait, Imperfect Gem of the Cosmos we could do. Oh, after we get Mortem Log we can. We can't do that yet. And this guy's not bad either. This requires the Key of the Flesh Dominion. I actually might Flesh Manipulation? Yeah, don't have it yet, so we'd have to do like some Coulson stuff, I'd assume, for that. Anyways, don't need the Flesh Abomination chicken right now, regardless. But that opens up our production there. We need to go and make sure that we actually get everything in the Shadow Fracture, all of our different eggs. So let us check, did we allocate any recipes to the Shadow Fracture? We did indeed allocate the recipes for the ingots. So we just need to allocate the recipes for the enchanted variants of their eggs, which are combination crafts. So this guy is already pretty much maxed out. What about this guy? This guy's got extra recipes open. How big is the recipe for the different eggs? Enchanted ghastly egg, perfect. So it's just 2 things and then the egg. So this guy will actually work. He has 2 guys and his inner altar, perfect. Good enough for our current purposes, no problem. Go back up. Throw him in here, load him up, make sure we're on a combination craft. Okay, so I guess we'll do the ghastly egg first. Nope. We want to actually do this with the proper one. Don't forget, we're trying to use the cut garnets. We don't want it to accidentally use main garnets. They go 4 times further if you use the cut variants for essentially free. Enchanted egg. Let us try to see. Rubidium is right here. Cut garnet. Strontium with the cut garnet. We'll worry about Hassium at some other point. That's not one we're doing right now. Cesium, the cut garnet, and Goulish, right? Yep. Pink egg. It's kind of neat. All right, beautiful. That should be fine. Save this guy. Make sure he does have all the eggs. He does. And split his patterns back into these 2. Okay, so with that, we'll know all of the process for this. Yeah, we do have a mythic rolling machine tier 2. I forget what the tier 2 variant is. It's a 4x. Okay, so we're going to encode a matter cluster, and we'll exit by 4. Put him in our rolling machine. Dream clusters need to go in a combination crafter that has a total of 10 pedestals, and we also need Lothlorien dust, which we will need to work on in just a second. This guy, we can surely get rid of one of the statues, and I'm pretty sure we have 10 pedestals here. 4, 8, 9, 10. Perfect, yeah, we have exactly 10. Okay. Load this guy up. Oh, he actually has an extra recipe slot. Absolutely beautiful. Dream cluster, save. And then we need to go and deal with our Lothlorien dust. Because I don't believe we have any. We do not. Because it needs Mana Stone dust. Mana Stone dust is acquirable from the Terrestrial Cauldron with a Demonic Mana Stone and Sanguine Cloth. Demonic Mana Stone's obviously not used. It just takes water and lava. So really your only throughput is Sanguine Cloth. 4 Sanguine Cloth into 1 guy. Into 1 Mana Stone dust, which should be accessible. How do I want to do this? First things first, does this thing have 2 item inputs? 2 fluid inputs. Only 1 item input. Okay, noted. We'll put a big item input on it then so that it doesn't, there's no way it can accidentally fill in too much Sanguine Cloth for the Mana Stone. Although I don't think our Mana Stone requirements are going to be that high. Terrestrial Cauldron's not a difficult multi-block. We've actually already made some. They're inside of one of our compact machines. We need them passive for Kateshu Brown and blue ink sac, like blue squid ink sac things. For one of the minor fluids, I believe. So, we just need to make 1 more of those guys. Shouldn't be bad, shouldn't be bad. And it's doing dust. Okay. Let us press A on the Terrestrial Cauldron and start yoinking everything that we need. Just clicking. Cold iron blocks. How many of that? 11. Rip one of my shears. Mossy scorn bricks, warp scorn bricks, and normal scorn bricks. 6, 6, and 5. 6 warped. 6 mossy. 5 normal scorn bricks. Not mosaic. I don't think, right? Nope. 4 blocks of cold iron that are a symbol. So we'll have to chisel those over. 1 cold iron that is a pentacle. We'll do one more. Okay. So, pentacle. Symbol. And then we're going to need an input. It'll need 2 fluid inputs, and they're going to need... we'll just do 2 big ones, because they'll be water and lava. Shouldn't be hard. We'll need our item input. We'll do one of the bigger ones. We'll just do literally a big, and I think that should be fine. And then we need, obviously, item output. We'll take a reinforced, sure. Doesn't particularly matter. Oh, and we'll also need 4 witches' cauldrons, which we actually have from an overcraft at one point. So, maybe we were making more terrestrial cauldrons. Maybe that's why we made a bunch of these. I'm not really sure. Anyways. All of these are accessible from the top and the bottom, so none of the inputs or outputs are going to be an issue with that regards. So how do we want to do this guy? I guess we can really just put him here. He's only 5x5x3, so he can really kind of just go anywhere here. I guess we could put him here and a little bit sideways. Oh, we do need to figure out he's from the auto workbench, which should be the chaotic condenser. Nope, it's not. It's the sentient coagulator. It's like I have messed this up every single time, even though it's been the same thing every day for the last like week. I find great amusement in this. Sentient coagulator. Chisel him on over. I don't even remember what it looks like, so we're just gonna kind of read all these. Reading. Of course, it's at the very bottom. Love that. Love that. It was at the front. And it does need 2 blocks to the side. Yep, there should be plenty of space. Let's grab our super advanced assembly machine tool thing. The stick. I hope you guys love my scientific name for that. Okay. So. Water and lava. That'll be 200 millibuckets a tick of water. We'll do one of the advanced ones. This will, I think, way outdo any of our production requirements. Also, just to confirm, it does, yeah. It does auto-pipe the water, no problem. And then our lava, we do have a tank that is producing lava. White, white, red, looks like this is lava. That's life essence, actually. That makes sense. Which ender tank is lava? Red, red, red? That would be my guess. Rose red, I forget it's named. Funny. Water. Okay, so I do not remember. It could also be orange, but I know that we have our lava right here. So we should be able to see what tank it is. 1 orange in front. Okay. That was going to be the next set of guessing. Tank. We'll put that one away. Let's try to see. Okay, we'll just have it crafted a new ender tank. A fresh white, white, white. Hit this guy with 1 orange die. Also, how many nitro tanks was that? Yeah, 20,000 nitro diesel tanks. Love that. Also, I don't even think that's producing anymore. I don't know why not, but I'm pretty sure that number should be higher. Oh, no, it's still going. Okay. Yeah, anyways, our nitro diesel should never be a problem. Sorry. Small deviation. This guy is full of lava now. Grab ourselves a little allocator. Fluid allocators, they're becoming very easily one of my favorite little things. We'll put it on the top because, actually, we'll put it on the back so that it doesn't exceed the limit of the multi-block. I guess it wouldn't regardless, but it'll look a little cleaner this way, I think. We'll just increase this to 8 buckets per sure. There you go. He fills and spits out his lava. Fantastic. Now all he's missing is input items. So, I have a good idea for this. I was curious on how I wanted to do this. I think we will use a phantom face. So my thoughts is we link to this guy so that we can have our item input. This will be our interface. And then we will pipe out of this guy and back into the interface. This will be an insert. This will be an extract always. This will be an insert. And this guy will just simply get a filter. That will be a demonic mana stone. And it will be a blacklist. So it won't let the demonic mana stone go in. This guy will give him a filter as well. We could have also priority filtered him higher, and then whitelisted it, which should have also worked. I don't even know why I really chose to do it this way, but regardless, that should filter in the mana stone and make sure it's it's maintained always in the input slots. This guy we will cut a knife on over into terrestrial cauldron. Connect this guy with some cables. Should be able to just link some off here. Okay, and I think that's it. This guy doesn't need any kind of power, and everything else is managed for him. Absolutely beautiful. So now if we go and do the mana stone dust, okay, so we're gonna need sanguine cloth. Sanguine cloth will be made in a nether steel loom. Diabolical vein. Let's see. Alright, yep. We're going to need that too. Diabolical vein will be here. Unguent bottles do have a craft. Witch's stitching has a craft. Normal hearts. We don't have a craft, but we do have 200,000 of them, so I think that'll be fine. And golden thread should have a craft already as well. Beautiful. Let's look at our loom. And we add in the sanguine cloth and another steel loom. Beautiful. We get our mana stone dust. So we will take out the demonic mana stone part, and it'll just be sanguine cloth into mana stones. Where, oh where, loom once again. Not the loom, not the loom, not the loom. I'm being dumb. Take that guy out. We are looking for the terrestrial cauldron. We go on over to this floor. Do we have IME access on this floor? We do, and this guy is not using any channels almost. And so our turnaround instead here will be grab this item collector. Three by 3. It should be overlapped fully on the portal. It is on anything in this center and sub. Turn off the render. What's up, Fanburg? So I managed to take a look at the code of MeatBallCraft 2 because I was curious on how they solved the problems I struggled with. My brain hurts now. Gotta love it. sounds like you had a fun time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set an interface on this guy since none of this is really needed anymore. We did turn the system off a while ago after we got millions of the Dragonstone, Elementium, and Pixie Dust that we needed. Especially since we did learn that the Dice of Fate was going to get an adjustment. So it's not an adjustment yet, but I believe the new version that just came out, which I'm not going to update to yet until I'm like told it's fully stable and such. And I might not even update until I finish the pack. I'm not sure. We'll see. We shall see if there's any kind of like quality of life changes that happen in the later game here. But yeah, set this guy to Elven Portal. Pipe into him. This guy's always on. He'll do a full count of 64, just so he'll go instantly whenever he gets anything from the interface. Should not be a problem whatsoever. This guy will collect literally anything right now. And then we'll just have him pipe directly on back over into this guy. Extract always. Insert. And we'll give him extract speed upgrades so that he can do a stack at a time. And that should manage the conversion of our Mana Stone Dust over without much of an issue. It won't be super fast, it'll be default gateway speed, but that should be quick enough. The cable system code was at least 3,000 lines, 2.2 thousand of them being in one of them energy net local. Love that. They modify the graph for each individual block of theirs that spawn in. Oh, fun. That sounds like a totally not obnoxious way to manage. What kind of filter was this? This was, yeah. Cool. Whatever item collector ones. Let us go on in here. Let us set Mana Stone Dust into Lothlorien. 1 into 1. Find our Elven Portal. Beautiful. And I think we can now request dream clusters. How many do we need? What do we even need them for? In particular. Like, yeah, we'll want a dream cluster. Let's request 1. Bottles of blood. Okay, how do we get those? They can be done in the terrestrial cauldron with Adder's Fork or Tongue of Dog. Or in a distillery with hearts. That's probably how we're actually getting them right now, somewhere, if I had to guess. Tongue of Dog or Adder's Fork. We can get these from the Abominable Egg, but that's going to require us to do a bit of a hole there. Versus Distillery with Hearts and glass bottles should not be difficult, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think we can just pop a distillery super quick. So my thoughts, we drop on into Fluids and Mineral Dust. We drop on into this guy, which is already going crazy. He's got so much going on in here. Perfect, that guy does have a filter. So this will be fine. Let us grab a distillery. Thankfully, this won't be too bad. We'll use some connectors, do an XNet real quick, grab some cables, upgrade a cable to a connector. Sure, 8 should be fine. And a controller from XNet real quick. Going this guy. Okay, so get one EMC link. This guy's got power. All right. We're going to disable the down. We'll disable its north side as well. We don't want this connected to the connector, or to the main guy. We'll put a connector up the front for that. We're going to name this bottles. This one will be the down, which needs to be the fuel input. Let us put another connector and I think we can almost do it with just that and then one connector on the interface. Pretty sure. So your thought process was more in the direction of keeping the network stay loaded for half the networks, but it seems they did not go that route. And by keeping it loaded, I don't necessarily mean the chunks, but the graph. I see. So you hold the graph in data. I don't know, maybe it won't work, but I thought maybe we could unload the graphs based on time of inactivity and still only have full graphs as long as I know which parts of the graphs are loaded and which aren't. It shouldn't be an issue to send packets to the network, right? I'll do anything to avoid the solution they came up with. You should be able to. I don't think it'd be an issue to send the packets to the network for it. That sounds like it would work. I don't know. I've definitely seen way more scuffed things than that happen, so my assumption would be yes. Let's upgrade both these connectors just so we can multi-side if needed. Alright, so set this guy on over to an item channel. Create this. This will be an extract. It's going to be stacks at a time. We'll do it every 100 ticks. Nah, 200 ticks is fine. This guy is going to be an extract as well. Stacks at a time. Every 200 ticks. He will be filtered to a normal heart. So we'll grab a stack of hearts real quick, set that to the config. Set him in here. Hearts. Distillery. Create. This will be an insert. It'll be an insert from the up. It will be a heart with a set of 64. And then this will also be an insert from up with a bottle. The bottle with a set of 196. That's 3 stacks, right? 192? 192. I can do math. Okay, and that should manage these guys. We'll set this to extract bottles too, because why not, right? Every 10 seconds it'll do a stack of glass bottles, and it'll take longer than the operational time to get through the 3 stacks or whatever. And then we will do, that's what we needed. We needed one more connector on a link. Get one more personal EMC link. Grab ourselves one more little connector. Set this guy to blaze powder. Get some actual blaze powder. Set him. And then this guy will be on the second channel. Remove this channel. Remove channel 2, yes. Change this to an item channel. It was improper. Go to blaze powders, extract blaze powder, a stack every 200 ticks, and then we will insert here on the downside. We will insert our blaze powder with a limit of 64. And then also on the downside, we will extract a stack every 200 ticks worth of blood. Worth of a bottle of blood. And then we will insert this guy, bottle of blood. It's not on the down, it's on any of the sides, I remember. This is my fault. Insert on the, I think we were using the west arbitrarily-ish. Let's see. Wait for one more tick process. There we go. It should be condensing this down into a bottle of blood. 3 bottles of blood, actually. I guess it makes sense. and let us see if the 10-second operation goes and takes those bottles of blood out and sticks them into the interface. Beautiful. Fantastic. Okay. So bottles of blood are now passed into the system. We do have hearts coming into the system from a hedge witch. If our heart speed isn't quick enough, I will add another to the system somewhere. Actually, we could totally do that right now, maybe. Villager. One of these is a hedge witch. I know it. I don't know which one, though. Not that one. Not that one. So it's got to be this one. 3 times the charm. Yep. Put these 2 back. What's this guy's recipes looking like? Do you got hearts yet? Nope. We'll just trade with him real quick. Give me oak apple galls. Sure. Update your recipes. Sure, I'll take mandrake seeds. Thanks. Thanks. Update your recipes again. Sure, I'll take just straight normal seeds. Update your recipes one more time, and this should hopefully give us access to the human heart. There they are. Normal hearts. Beautiful, so we'll yoink this guy again. Grab a villager trading station. Since my graph data wouldn't be tied to a chunk, and if they only reference block positions, maybe I can just check if the block positions are still valid. There has to be a function for that. This is why people hate Minecraft modders. Oh god. Let's look up upgrade real fast. We'll grab one of each of these guys. We need, there it is. I was like, we need the advanced energy as well. These guys are going. So my thoughts, we just set this guy right here. We grab our crystal binder, because I want to say that there's no laser in here. Oh, these guys are getting power from the controller, aren't they? Let's just grab a conduit. Make sure to always insert. The trade output will go to the right. Trade input. This isn't going to yoink my imprisonment tool, right? It will. The bastard. Which one was it? That's a shaman. That's the other guy. So this last one's my hedge witch. Villager mob imprisonment tool. Turn off all of his side connections. Turn off this guy on the right. For trade input. Okay. That should be fine. We can throw a connector on top of this guy. Give him a little cable over here as well, real quick. And then, this is our controller for this. So this is what, an energy channel, I believe. Yes, it is. So we will just create an insert for energy here. How are these guys managing their emeralds? Oh, with the conduit. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's fine, I guess. We'll just use another conduit and an EMC link over here then as well. I don't want to conduit all the way over, so let's use an extra link. Pause this guy. Put our villager tool in. Set him to hearts. Beautiful. Set this guy on over to emeralds. I forget these are actually, like, they count as full blocks for walking on them, so they're kind of funky. All of our 4 upgrades in. Unpause this guy. And he will way outspeed just this one guy, even if he wasn't near the Torturinos or whatever, would way outspeed any kind of heart consumption we're getting from our bottles of blood here. Of which we're already up to 115. Absolutely fantastic. Now, if I had to guess, we should be able to craft a dream cluster now. Beautiful. We have everything for it. Let us make sure that it is attempting to only use 1 of each garnet at most. It is using 4 dolomite and 4 petrothium, which means it will be cutting all 4 garnet types. Beautiful. Let's start this guy up. He's going to take a while, mostly because of our limitation in the way that our Hellfire Forge works. Since it is going to need to craft 64 of each will crystal cluster first, that's going to take the longest bit of time, I believe. Actually, let's go all the way back up here. Let's check our Spark TPS real quick. It is good. That's nice. I'll put this code on the shelf and visit it later because I hate this cable system stuff. I'm very tempted to keep chunks loaded if machine is active, regardless of the lag implications. Go for it. So I'm moderately tempted to make this guy even quicker because I feel like that could benefit me. So I'm thinking 1 more Torturino because, like, you know, if you have them, right? Trying to make sure I can get a spot where this won't really impact anything else. We'll have him show X of 1, Z of 1, speed of 300, turn off his render, and set him to always on. Now, this visual graph for this guy does not look proper at all anymore, but that doesn't matter to me. We're getting about 1 second, so it'll take about 4.5 more minutes or so, probably, to get the last of those crystals through that are going to be needed. And then it should run its stuff in. It's already made the sanguine cloth for the mana stone dust. Oh. We totally forgot to give it the demonic mana stone that it needs. I was like, what just happened to that guy? Why was that laggy for a second? Interesting. I don't know. Give him this, put his block back. Let's make sure, yep, demonic mana stone went back in him, and then I would presume, got our stuff, and it did convert to Lothlorien dust. Beautiful. Okay, so system is working as intended. Small hiccup there, but if you ever make a whole system and then it all works perfectly, you thought too hard. Alright. So that means that we do have the ability to craft dream clusters now, and it is going to, thankfully, it's going to craft a stack of all of these. So for our first stack of dream clusters, we won't have to wait for these again. We'll be waiting on any other components, I guess, that are needed, which shouldn't be a problem. And so let us encode the beautiful, beautiful Mortem log. Just to make sure we don't already have a Mortem log encoded as a recipe. We do not. I figure this will be our next guy of interest. Oh, actually, he's an extreme crafting table recipe. Does this guy have a extreme package crafter? Yeah, he does. Okay. I did not expect him to make the glass breaking noise. A little funny. Four crystal matrix ingots, a hopper, and packaging component. Make like 100 of these. Grab a hopper. Never have to make hoppers again now. At least not for a long, long time. And then matrix ingots. We will just request 4 of these real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that in there, and our crafting table. Grab the extreme that we have. I don't know why it doesn't want to fill that recipe in, but it was being a little wonky. Probably some kind of MBT data, something like that. Anyways, extreme package crafter. And this should just take a unpackager, packager combo. And it doesn't need anything else special. Just a packager, unpackager will be fine, I believe. Okay. I have no idea how many channels things have. So we're going to try to trace this cable. So this is... So we're only using 12 for this section, so we can totally just drop this guy on. Which will be a packager. No. We'll do unpackager, packager pair, directly on top of the extreme package crafter. This all should be fine. And they are connected to the system, I believe. Let us grab ourselves 2 package recipe encoders. Load the nothing. Save the nothing. Our dream cluster did just finish its craft. We'll check on that in just 1 second. Set this guy on over to extreme. Shift click it to set it back. And mortem log. Mortem log recipe. Let us see what else. Let's click this. Extreme crafting. Gallifrey warper. Zoe callstone, narrow callstone, cosmic meatballs, ancient cavern artifact, Grecan artifact, immortalis. Actually, we already made all of those artifacts. Okay, so we get to ignore those. The Karthos callstone's fine. Perfected gem of the callstones. Indus pearl. Unidentified chicken we made manually. Or yeah, that's in a while. We'll press A on the Skullfire Sword. I don't know if it's needed. Ultimate Stew, obviously, yes. Gem of Aura as well. Dystopia artifact we already made. Okay. So let's check the usage on the Skullfire Sword real quick. It means absolutely nothing to me. Beautiful. But all of these other things can indeed get added. So Zoe, narrow, cosmic meatballs. Actually, cosmic meatballs. I have no idea which one of these ways is easier. This is just EMC and then Infinity and Flux. But this is just EMC and piles of neutrons. I don't know how many piles of neutrons I have, but 46 million. And then you divide that by 3. So yeah, we can do cosmic meatballs through this recipe, sure. Why not? Karthos. I have no idea, by the way, how long some of these are going to take. Like, I saw one of these takes a Dynamo star, so they're a little outside of my pay grade for a while. Endist pearls, we already have, don't we? Ooh, we actually don't. I don't want to do an Endist pearl in here since it's the same recipe in an ultimate crafting table, which is a bit cheaper to set a, like, paralyzed recipe on, because you need, like, 5 of the crafters to make them work quicker. We will do that in an ultimate crafting table, not inside the extreme crafting. I feel like it's a little expensive processing wise. Ultimate stew and gem of aura. Save this. Drop this on into this guy. Just make sure we put 1 in here and 1 in here. Yeah, that should be fun. What's our status on a mortem log currently? Athaxium Singularity, Dragon's Blood Wood, Chaos Pearl, and Skythern Star. So Athaxium Singularity should actually be the easiest. For one, our Athaxium amount should be pretty good now. 592,000. Beautiful that we set up that one woot farm the other day. So let us get that real quick. Athaxium Singularity. We'll encode it like the quantum condenser wants it. And then we'll just put that into our compressor. I think it lost its name, yeah. So it's just renamed a large storage crate again because I broke it at one point. We'll throw that guy on in there. So that is the Athaxium Singularity resolved. Skythern Stars. Oh my god, typos. Typos and typos. This guy's just a basic combination craft. Let us hop into this guy. Since it's a 4-ingredient combination craft, it will need to be one of our bigger ones. This guy does have extra statues, I believe, that we can get rid of. Yeah, like Ancient Entity statue, you can get Tostitoed, no problem. We'll just have it hovered. Skythen Star, encode this. Save. And I want to say that we actually know how to make the fragments already. So shard, fragment. Oh, we don't actually. That is fine. Click this, and give it a craft down recipe. Go to our moleculars. Got extra slots here. Perfect. This does indeed have our Skythen Star. Yep. Wait, I'm not blind, right? Yeah. I was making sure that I did save that. I was pretty sure I did. So, Mortem Log. What else are we missing? Dragon's Blood Wood and Chaos Pearl. Chaos Pearls. A simple matter, actually. Just do this, encode this guy. Singularity. Wait, this is just done through, yeah, Ultimate Catalyst. I was making sure it didn't have like a different catalyst or something. That's fine. And then Dragon Blood Wood. I hope I actually have this. I don't, but I do have a sapling of it. Get some fertilizer. Gonna break it by hand because my axe is auto smelt, so it'll just charcoalify it. Draw this in there. Oh. Okay, no, doesn't charcoalify it. Good to know. Fine by me. Gets rid of all of that. Throw all that in the system. Beautiful. Medium skill crystals. Interesting. Alright. I want to say that should be everything. We should be able to craft ourselves our 1 mortem log. We need sugarcane. Craft our 1 mortem log now. It's going to craft a few more of those. It's going to have to craft some crystal matrix ingots. Those are easy. It's going to make some mana stone dust. Made 1. It'll make 2. Oh, it totally ate our 1 dream cluster we made as well. The bastard. Make 1 more dream cluster so that we can hold one in our hand. I forgot to take it out of the system first. This will be crafting our chaos ingots. Our other dream cluster already finished. So yeah, once it has enough bulk in there, it crafts easy. There's our dream cluster for the mission. Let's grab ourselves one of these shards. We made these like a while ago at this point, like literally a couple of weeks ago. Did I make any of this other stuff? I don't actually think I did. I did make the horrific callstone, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So there's some things that I missed out on. Oh, it's not that expensive. Never mind. We're good. Skythern Refined Gem obtained from the Skythern Callstone, which will just be a bunch of Skythern Souls and an Experience Quarry statue. Okay. So we are looking pretty good. Happy to get the Dream Cluster. And our log should finish any moment. Um, oh, I was like, I thought maybe this had gotten stuck on the Chaos Pearl, and I was like, I'm not sure why that happened. But nope, it was able to get through it. This gives us our beautiful, beautiful Mortem log. So the Mortem log has EMC, so we no longer need to make any more of these. Not at least through that method, and bam. Now we have just cemented that. Let us go and take the Mortem log recipe out. Actually, it doesn't matter. We just put 12,000 in there. I don't think there's even a purpose for that many of them. To be honest with you. Let us craft these down into Mortem planks. We'll do the same thing with these. Eat yourself like 20k, that'll be fine. Damn, I'm getting pretty good at guessing the amount that it nails there. Okay. Skythern Star. Let's craft one, should craft quickly. Get this in our inventory. Get a Mortem log in our inventory. We're doing these for the quest mostly. Just so we can get our little progression steps. And now we need a Mortem block. Okay, so that'll be an ultimate crafting table recipe. Do we have extra slots in this guy? No, not really. What about this guy? Um, I guess, yeah, we don't need Eden blocks anymore, so we can over-encode on that. Load this, go to our Eden block, and we'll over-encode this with a Mortem block. Save this, and let's see what we're missing for these guys. Put the residues back in. So, the plan with Mortem blocks, we're going to need quite a few of them in total, but we're going to first just get enough to make a portal. So I'm curious, can these be missing a corner and still generate, I wonder? Clock. I think it's the Twilight Clock. Okay, so these do follow the rules of Nether portals. It doesn't tell you that in the quest book anywhere. It gives you the assumption that these have to be full portal frames. But they don't. So that means we need 10 Mortem blocks. We'll make a portal frame, we'll go to the other side, and we'll break every block of that portal to get our additional Mortem blocks we need for crafting and such. And damn, it just makes me sad that saving on 4 blocks every portal would help a lot. That would have helped a lot previously. I never tried, I just assumed because it said to get the full block. Ah, whatever. Okay. So, Mortem blocks, we are going to need 10 of these guys. What are we missing? Primal Ogrite will need an extra 140, so we can deal with that. Let us actually press A on this guy. So, some more Primal Ogrite. Grand Magic Crystals, we need a lot of those. Skythern Blades, Doge Coins, and Aethite Chunks. Okay, so, the easiest guy here, I believe, to start on immediately is Aethite Chunks. It is simply just a bunch of crafting recipes. This will be Erodite, this will be Chironite, or Chirothite, this will be Playdite, Ionite, or Iotherite, and then this will be Aethite Chunks. We already have tens of millions of all of these, so this is literally just nothing. That'll be super quick. Aethite Chunk out of the way. Doge Coins are simply an inscriber with the lotto banners. Of which I want to say I do have a lotto banner somewhere. I don't have a lotto banner, surprisingly. So, lotto totems or mob drop. I didn't even know that these did a thing. To be honest, I was very surprised whenever it did anything and I clicked it on the ground. Okay, I just had to keep clicking the same one over and over again until I eventually got lucky. That gives us one lotto banner. We can do this little recipe here. So you only need like 700 of these, so I can actually just do this manually. I really don't care. This won't be much of a problem at all. Okay. Lotto banners. We have 1144. That'll be plenty to make our one guy all the way up. And we can actually even just temporarily encode this. And then the Bejeweled will go in. This will be fun. Put all three of these in here. Grab our Bejeweled. I'll craft these up real quick, and there we go. Grab ourselves an inscriber. Need to make one. Let's make a normal inscriber, I guess. Mostly just because I don't feel like going to do the elite crafting table recipe for this guy. So he just needs an interface, because this is going to be with vibranium alloy ingots, yeah. Let me think about how the siding on a normal inscriber works while I bounce up and down my elevators. I should be able to take out of the face and put the item into the side, I think. Let's see, any free game interfaces that are just item providers here at all? This one provides electron buckets only. So let's try inscriber here maybe? With a conduit. Extract always. Insert. Filter. Insert filter to our Dogecoin. Just click it there so I can set it down here. This guy can get his Bejeweled Lotto banner. And then I think this guy, as long as we give him a pattern real quick. For Dogecoins. That's like the specialty Dogecoin. Wipe that out. There we go, 1-to-1. Line back up, just for fun. Even though it takes a little bit longer. Alright. Let us try to do this. Well, damn. Works absolutely beautifully. Acceleration cards. Let us craft, we'll just craft like 30 more of these. We use them moderately often. Put 3 in here. Beautiful. Dogecoins, handled. Alright. So now we need Skythorn Blades. We'll need 40 of them. Grand Magic Crystals and Primal Ogrite Ingots. So Primal Ogrite is enriching the normal Ogrite. It'll all be done on top of our guy over here. Okay, so yeah, this is the guy that we fill normal Ogrite into. And I believe one normal Ogrite becomes one Primal Ogrite, if I remember correctly. 144 into 144 into an ingot, yeah. We needed like 2 stacks, so we'll do 3 stacks. Something like that. And then Ender Chest. Insert. Extract always. Wrong ender chest. I love that for myself. Purple dye. Let us go and see. It's going to be a gray. Denknull down here somewhere. The reason why that matters is because this guy is not filtered for this. So yeah, there's a few extra things in here too. Oh yeah, there was a singular moment of one of the Appalachia woots that went in. I'd forgot to color encode it first. But now our primal ogrite should just fill in the system. Yeah, okay. So that'll manage our primal ogrite. We can get that off the list. That's still kind of a manual system for now, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it, at least. Not yet. Grand Magic Crystals and Skythern Blades. Skythern Blades are pretty easy. We can really just set up any kind of like whoop farm to get Skythern souls or chunks. Could actually do a soul sucking comb if the soul sucking callstone's not like crazy hard. That's like completely manageable, but just kind of annoying. So my thoughts instead, we just deal with that the normal way. But yeah, you can just make this outright with sticks as well. It doesn't look like this Skythern Blade actually drops from a mob directly, which is moderately uncommon, I want to say. Although we can hit the wiki up real quick. Skythern Blade. Hmm. Okay, so it's looking like there's nothing really that drops any of the enhanced stuff, so you can't get the Skythern chunks directly, or the gems from any like bosses or anything, as far as I can tell at least. So it looks like getting any of these normal mobs will be our method instead. Doesn't really look like it matters which one we get. They all seem to be 0 to 2. Okay. Let us grab a Ender Shard. And honestly, there's probably a mob farm that we'll be able to just swap out by now, so I doubt we'll even need to set up a full new woot. Let us go to Skythern real quick. Going through here. We can just pick any of these guys. We will double check though. Samek is 0 to 2. Good enough for me. Bonk that idiot. Stink. Smell like cheese. Die. Thanks. Bye. That's all I needed. Okay. Ender Shards. Controller core factory base. Controller 4 and factory base. Bink bink. Yeah. Okay. Now we just we can put all that away. Let us go and check out what's going on in our woot farms. I'm positive one of these could be replaced at this point. Cadelian. What is a Hellcat giving us? I wish I could see. We're getting something from Brain Bowers. It's like it's one singular item drop. It's a heart of some kind. A healing stone. We have 5.8 million of them. Rainbowers, you're good. You, you can go now. Oh yeah, and this was also commandeered from a another one. Swap this guy over to Samick. He's gonna drop Skythern Souls 100% of the time per generation. That is good by me, and he just goes directly into the system. It didn't click my crafting, and then started clicking a bunch of just a million different things. So 11 per that generation, 14, 14. Okay. Not super fast, not super slow either, especially considering the quantities that we need them in aren't insane. So let us go on down here. We will be grabbing a Skythern Soul and dropping it in as an additional on this guy. Just that further Skythern Souls will fill that in, because those do get into the high millions extremely quickly. Whenever every operation, every like 5 seconds, gives you 14 of them, they can go pretty quick. Alright. And now with that, we can do this. They will make gems. They will make chunks. And chunks will make Skythern blades with 6. Scroll on down here. Bink, bink. And bink. Skythern blades are managed. Now we just need Grand Magic Crystals. So we do have the Wizardry Combiner. And we also should have a Lunium. We do indeed still have our Lunium. What's it take for us to get a Guilty Pool right now? 4 Gaia Mana Spreaders. What's that take? Okay, Guilty Pool. Lunium. Let me check what the Lunium range is. I know it's pretty large. Mm. Okay, so there is essentially no additional info on this. But it can give you any of the drops from just vanilla dungeon chests and such. So I guess the question is, what all do we want from dungeon chests? Like, our main thing would by far be the Grand Magic Crystal, but other things could be nice as well. I'm gonna look in the Discord maybe. I wonder if someone in the Discord has mentioned the Lunium range. Not finding anything too special about them, unfortunately, so I'm not quite sure what their range is. Here. We also do have to manage how we both kill and collect their stuff. I probably don't want the mobs near me doing this, so we'll probably just allocate like a chunk over here somewhere for this guy. Let's grab an angel block. Do we have our book? Let's add Botania real quick. We'll either have one or maybe two of them only. Akashic Tome. Do we have a book in here? Lexica Botania of some kind. We don't have any form of lexicon. I swear we had one. Is it in here? Ah, here it is. Um, let us just click the in-game tab, whatever. I don't want the tutorial. Is it gonna make me click through all of these? Whatever. I don't think I can skip this either. Now that I accidentally clicked it. Should have just clicked online, I guess. I think it's one of those things where if you misclick it, it's just gonna be a pain. Can I still just click past to functional flora? Okay, I think I can. It'll just be annoying. Lunium. Okay, I love it. All of that just for to not mention range whatsoever. Cool, nice. Let us grab a dirt. Out there. Put the dirt here. Let's also claim this chunk that we're in. Chunk loaded as well. I have no idea why that chunk loaded. Oh, because that altar is over there. That's why. We'll just grab more dirt, sure. Why not? Fill out this chunk real quick. Let's get our wand. I think it's in our system. Okay, cool. Grab some cobble. My thoughts are in the area of like, surely it won't spawn outside of a chunk's range from the center. And also surely it doesn't spawn below itself. That's currently the assumptions that are being made and hoped for. Grab the cobble. Okay. That should be absolutely plenty to hold anything that it does spawn in place. Allocate a mob crusher. We'll put this guy. Oh, of course he turns the wrong way. Love that. Show working area. So we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So range add-on. I actually don't think we'll need that much. I think we would need only like a +7. I think would do it because of applying it to the radius or something similar. Nope. +8 though gets it done. Range add-on +8. Eh? What? +9? This isn't max size for this guy, right? No, surely not. Okay, I guess it is. Interesting. Let's just do this then. We'll just fill in the 2 walls here, and hopefully that'll stop this from being too much of an issue. Okay. So we'll put the lunium, like right about here's. Oh. One more block back. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I forgot I have a ring that, stop that. Yeah, my ring of mana drive, since it was actively on in my baubles, it, was immediately converting my mana over. We will need to deal with a storage system before we allow that to happen. Alright, so trying to think about everything I would possibly want from Alunium. Obviously, we want the Grand Magic Crystals. People are saying Astral Diamond. Sorry, I'm looking through the Discord here as well to try and make sure I do filter things properly. So, conduits. Grab an ender chest. Extract always, extract always, extract always, break this. Insert, let's do a big filter. Okay, we don't have a big one. We'll just do an advanced then. We'll set this guy in here. We will set Astral Diamonds, Grand Magic Crystals obviously as well. Alunium. Guilty Pool. Because incidents have happened. These guys will be on a blacklist for this. And this will be the highest priority. And then we will have our ender chest with a purple, purple, purple. Or just a singular purple, I mean. Not purple, purple, purple. Just one purple. And then he'll be the insert. We'll put him on a negative priority. Doesn't need that, but I wanted to. Grab a flex point for power. Get some upgrades. I'll do. I think the most efficient is both energies and then one speed if you need an add-on in there as well. I think these are quicker than two speeds, as funny as that is, because the energy requirement reduction is better that way. But this should be all of these. These guys will be on extract. We'll give them all upgrades to make sure they can pull out stacks at a time as needed. And I guess if we see more ingredients that we do want later on, we will utilize them. Should be able to just throw the Everlasting Guilty Pool right here. I thought that would bind, to be honest with you. Surely we have our Wand of the Forest in here somewhere. Maybe it's inside of our Emmy. Yep. Sets him at normal speed. Let us do. Let's grab a Torturino because this guy can be pretty fun. Y range of 1, a speed of max, go off. Phantom Face. I don't know why I put it elevated whenever I could have just put it at the same level. But now instead of fixing it, I'm going to just continue doing it in a dumb method. All this here. This is making my life very annoying. Click this, click this. There we go. That should be 8 conduits worth of draining now. That should manage all the items on the floor, no problem. Beautiful. All of this junk that survived long enough, it does get to go into our system. The question is, if we go in here and then drop a Grand Magic Crystal. Perfect. It did indeed end up in our system. This guy will give us Grand Magic Crystals, and he should also give us Astral Diamonds. And I don't really know what else I want from him. Fluid Trash Can, and an Ender Fluid Conduit. I'm not a huge fan of conduit bundles, but this kind of needs to happen as well. Extract always active. And this will keep our essence out of the way. That ends up on the floor accumulating. Let's just sit and look in here for a moment and see if there's anything else in here that we might want. Not really, no. Nothing I'm noticing, at least, that's catching my eye in particular. Now, the one thing is that this guy is pretty slow for the Grand Magic Crystal. Like, I don't think we've gotten even one yet. The benefit is that, like, this keeps going overnight kind of thing. It will accumulate them. But I would want some today. Issue being their percentage drop is a 1.5% from the chest, which is pretty low inherently. Because these guys choose to roll a random chest, but then they only get a couple of items from that chest, maybe even only one item each mob. So then you're rolling a 1.5%, but it also has to get that item from the random chest roll it gets as well. So it is pretty slow. And how many do we need for our 10 mortal blocks? It was like 128, right? Also, Primal Ogre got stuck. I don't know why. Oh, I didn't give it more fine mineral dust. That's why. I'll fix that in a second. So we need 118 more. Let us set this real quick. Add new. Lunium. See, sometimes, like, I can't actually close out of this menu. But if I teleport home, it's not far enough. If I go to another planet, then I can warp back. But it's just kind of an annoying thing about that menu for some reason. Escape, E, nothing does it for some reason. Normally you can press E to close out of it, but then whenever you click things, sometimes you can't. Okay, let's go and fix our Ogrite situation real quick. It needs fine mineral dust. We're up to 35k of that now, so that's pretty cool. Let us put this away. Grab our Ring of Mana Drive, put him back on. I don't really need him on, but I like him, so he gets to stay. Do all of this, move this guy. Okay. Oh, actually, fine mineral dust was not the problem. Oh. I was like, what happened to my Ogrite? I see. I didn't even notice I did that at one point. Okay. So that is the Ogrite done. It did have plenty of fine mineral dust. Now it'll have plenty more for a few more sessions. We really should automate that at some point, but not yet. Even though it wouldn't even be hard. I will just continue making it difficult on myself. I wonder if it's even gotten one yet. No. It's gotten 2 Astral Diamonds though. But still no Grand Magic Crystal yet. I guess actually I should check. I'm pretty sure I set this filter right to allow, yeah, okay. Grand Magic Crystals are blacklisted. We'll do normal Magic Crystals too, because I think we can also get those. I would assume that I'm just getting a little bit unlucky. It's whatever it is. It's fine. This'll be our system for the future at some point. So it kind of sounds like we're going to need to pull together 2 stacks of all of the crystals so that we can make the grand magic gems we need on our own. I guess let's look at what we need. Normal magic crystals, we got 2 stacks, perfect. This guy is marked with A. So we'll mark all of these with A, and then we will unmark them as we get them. We'll grab our 2 stacks of diamond. Oh, actually, easier method. Leave things in the system. We can just, I guess we'll need a bigger thing for this. An extended processing pattern should be fine. Set this. Then it's in a wizardry combiner. What else does the wizardry combiner make? Ectoplasm? I'm almost positive we have a wizardry combiner in the system. I just don't know what it makes. Rainbow gemstones. What? Okay, now I'm really confused. Let's grab that pattern, actually, since we'll be going in there anyways. Okay, we did. I wasn't sure if we'd already taken one out. So that would be inside of Thaumcraft is Dragonfire. And then we go into this one, should be our Thaumcraft. It should be our Wizardry Combiner. That's what's happening. I was like, how does this even work? Yeah, so this is packager, unpackager pair. We load these up in here. Load. No. That's to the workbench. That's the wrong thing. I'm just like looking at it menacingly. But that's probably also still what's happening here. Yes, this would be the one. These guys. Load this. Grand Magic Crystal. Go. Save. This will make it a lot easier. Also, I guess we don't need this guy. Makes sense. Alright. We should be able to better track what we're missing now for our Grand Magic Crystals. Still only 2. Damn. So we'll just say 120. So dark crystals are already managed. Okay, we have those managed from the sterilized. And that's it. We need the other 6. Yes, okay. So, fiery crystal first. Crucible, magic crystal, ignis. Pretty easy. Go down to floor number 2. Okay, at least we're getting these at a good rate, I've noticed. Because I want to say we just had like 400 and something a minute ago. So I think this has gained a decent amount already. I'm pretty sure. No, we had 400 and something because I pulled these out. What are the drop rates for these guys? 7.4. I gotta go make sure I did put that on. Gosh. So yeah, this chunk is loaded, just to double check and confirm again. And this does have magic crystals on this blacklist as well. This is the only input. Oh, yeah. Okay, we just got like 4. Alright. I just... I'm worried it's not working for some reason, but I think it is. Kind of just want to sit here for a second and see if we can see crystals appear. Like, we went over there for a minute, and then magic crystals came in twice. Now that we've left it again, they're no longer coming in. Can you be quiet, Rainbower? The Rainbower's in my base. What are you doing in there? Gosh. See, look, yeah, still not a magic crystal. I feel like it's not working. Why would it not be working though? It's chunk loaded. It's FTB chunk loaded though. Now let's cruise on over here. The issue is it could also just be unlucky. That's what makes it so hard. Easy method though, to be honest with you. Just guarantee this guy's getting chunk loaded. Radius, just this one chunk. Yeah, look, we came over here, got a grand magic crystal and normal magic crystals immediately. Fly back over here now. Now we've got that guy, so he should definitely be chunk loaded now. Those guys are pretty consistent. 596 and 3. Just wait a second. I want to make sure that this system is operational. I do know that I need to get all the other stuff done too, but I need the system to be working for the future. Or at least I'd really like it to. It's not my Ring of Mana drive was making it work, right? I don't think so. I don't think it has that much range. Because my other thought could be that it's not operating properly with the pool. God, it's just so difficult that whenever I'm not there, it's like it's Schrodinger's magic crystals. Every time I show up, I get some. And every time I go away, I don't. And it could literally just be pure chance. Just complete and utter luck that's happening. Let's check on our storage system while we give it a second. Yep, still doing good. Still got this whole set of drives and that whole set of drives too. Okay. God, it's why? Why would it not? That's the question. Why would it not be operational properly whenever I'm further away? If that is the case. Instantly. Instantly got 2 whenever I came over here. What if I put this right here? This guy with a 2 chunk radius, sure. Yeah, we got another one and another grand magic crystal too. Is there anything else in that we're not actively producing? Trying to just think of something that I can do that I could like see. I don't really want any of this though. Actually, there we go. These garnets. These are dungeon loot. They're pretty common dungeon loot as well. Blacklist. Okay. And we just need, I just want to make sure that I can see something about it change. So there's 1145 garnets. 599 and 4. Put one in there manually. 1146. I'm just amazed. Now there's not a singular garnet to be dropped. I don't understand. It's chunk loaded. It should be working. There's no conditional that requires a player nearby, right? Still no garnets. God, I'm so confused. I don't understand. Like, the only thing I could possibly think of is that it's not being chunk loaded somehow. But I put a chunk loader down. Because, like, now that we're here, I almost guarantee that we're going to see a garnet extremely quickly. Oh, okay. But we did see immediate magic crystals. Fire crystals. Let's see. Any of the other crystals come from this? They don't show they do, at least. Like, yeah, we've gained 9 garnets. I don't understand. Actually, 11, by the way. I can't do math. Why would this work whenever I'm near it and not whenever I'm not? Whenever it's also chunk loaded. They're still going and dying. And now, while I'm over here, it should still be operational. This is extremely frustrating. I think the part that makes it the most frustrating is knowing that I did this in a compact machine already and it worked fine in there. The biggest issue with the compact machine is the elevation height that it kept spawning mobs in for some reason. It was spawning them, like, outside of the compact machine, and I don't know why. But there was, like, a ridiculous amount of them. And then they caused a ton of lag and, like, was grinding the server to a halt. I just wanted it in a disconnected area. I guess I could go down underneath our base, and then it'll be chunk loaded the whole time. Well, if I get offline and it stops working, then what's the fucking point too, right? Why is it having a problem? I don't understand. Um, Let me try maybe. I'm gonna ring a mana drive. Let's us turn this guy off for now. Let us. Turn this guy off too. Pick this up. Pick this guy up. Okay. Let us convert this guy with a floating flower, I guess. Sure. Glowstone. Make this guy into a glimmering. Convert the glimmering into a floating. Blah blah blah. Convert the floating. Put the floating flower here, maybe. Put this guy here. Back on. Oh yeah. Turn you back on too. That's pretty important. Take just a second for him to catch up. Okay. Now let's see. 1172. 622 and 4. I have an easy way to test it. We can test to see if he's even just working. I don't know why I didn't already do this earlier. Um, one of the easiest tests I could possibly think of. Two of these guys. Green, green, green. Sure. Fluid conduit. Extract always. Insert. So we go back over there and we'll just set up this ender tank instead of that trash can, and we'll see if the mob essence is still flowing whenever we're not in the zone. If so, then we can determine like what the base issue is at least, and then we can think about a way to fix it. Otherwise, it's just that we've been really unlucky the whole time, I guess. Nope, it stops. So the Lunium is not working whenever we're not there, and I don't know why. It worked just fine without player presence inside of the God, what's it called? Inside of the compact machine, it worked fine without me being there. But for some reason, whenever I'm out near it now, it doesn't work. I've got 2 chunk loading options on it. Why would they both not be working? Maybe that's part of my problem. Maybe we cut 1 chunk loading option. Maybe we go over here. Undo normal chunk loading and let it try to just be a chunk of chunks chunk loader only. Okay, alternative idea. Turn the chunk loading on the flux point. No, so still stops working. Why? There's no kind of settings for that. I wonder, if I come in here for a second, just a second, and then we step on back through, does it go? Is me being in an overworld while it's chunk-loading? It does go. What? Why? Come with me. If I'm in this overworld, it doesn't work. Why is that the case? It works if I'm on it, but if I'm not right next to it, it doesn't work. That is so confusing. Huh. But now that I'm back, it's gonna stop again. That's okay, so that's why it worked with the whatchamacallit? God, I just cannot understand what I was trying to say. That's why it worked whenever I had it inside of a compact machine, no doubt. It means if I was off the server, it would also probably work. I don't know why this would possibly be the case, though. This seems like an extremely odd status to me. I'm not particularly sure what would be causing this. I can't think of a reason, a logical reason, that me being here it works, but if I go over here, it doesn't work, it doesn't maintain chunk loading, or some capacity, some kind of issue with that is happening here. Because it's straight up stopped again. That is the weirdest bug I've ever seen. And I don't know what's causing it. That's great. I have literally no idea why that's the thing. It's got me like double checking things on my player to see if somehow that would be causing it, but that wouldn't make sense either. In the instant I get back in range, it goes. That is so weird. God, it scared me, skeleton, you bastard. Don't like dance. Okay, so my thoughts, we just move this to another dimension then, I guess. Kind of annoying. Extremely stupid. Now you're doing something so unconventional, I might as well say bye-bye to mod compatibility. I'm now ticking the block entities myself. Oh, nice, nice. Don't worry, I'm sitting here and somehow I'm like, have you been here for this? Have you heard what is going on? For some reason, my setup only works for Alunium if I'm not in the same dimension. But if I'm in the same dimension, it cannot be loaded. But if I'm in the same dimension and I'm within player chunk loading range, it works. But if I leave player chunk loading range and I stay in the same dimension, it doesn't work. But if I go to another dimension, still on the server, it works again. It is objectively one of the most confusing bugs I've had to try to troubleshoot. So now I'm just gonna go make it in another dimension. Garenia, sure. We've already got this thing chunk loaded in here anyways. Just the weirdest thing. I'm so confused. Played a game of League and had a break because my mind was melting. That's fair, that's fair. Pretty sure it's working. My blocks are getting ticked even though I'm very far away. Nice. That is still pretty funny. I definitely do not see that going wrong in any capacity. God, the inventory storage issue is kind of a pain. Crystal binder, I guess, can go. We kind of need everything else here except for this tool. We'll keep our lunium. Okay, give me some more dirt. Kind of want all of this. Go to the stone. Get a wand. This should be enough to do the whole cube. Okay. We actually did an extra layer on this side. All this real quick. Alright, let's set up our mob crusher. Forget he always puts the opposite. Give him all of his upgrades. Show his working area. We're just going to use more dirt this time. Set all this up, give it a nice edge. I mean, the chunk is unloaded, but my block entity still ticks. How does that work? How do you maintain chunk like block loading only? I feel like that shouldn't work. Okay, we can undo his rendering area. Let's break out a good portion of this wall real quick. All right. Conduit, 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 conduit. This guy. Insert advanced item filter on the blacklist with all these things. Perfect. Then we will set him to a priority of 1. We will put our ender chest down. We will insert with a priority of, we'll just put -1, sure, why not? These guys will get extract speeds. We'll speed these guys up to full stacks. And then we will do a phantom face. That's right here. Grab a phantom guy. Link him to this. This will be disconnected, or always active, always active, always active, and always active. Nice and easy. Now that we have a supply, or like now that we have like a general basis for this, we can actually swap back to, I think just green, white, green is essence. Bone meal. Using the unblock entity unload event, and it wasn't getting called, and I flew pretty far away, but maybe I just need to go further. Yeah, possibly you might have too much render range. This guy's sludge. And then I think just 1 green is mob essence. Yeah, just liquid essence. Okay. So, liquid essence. We'll just empty that other black hole tank we have. I don't feel like going back to get it right now. Don't even touch that. I don't know why it's even... Why even try to connect? This doesn't have an item thing in it. Oh, buckets. Never mind. It totally does. Okay, this guy will take this, and then this guy will pipe out. just future-proof the system as well. This will insert at a negative priority. This will insert at a higher priority, just to guarantee. Always active. Extract, always active. And this will guarantee a pretty good essence supply for our system as a whole. Alright, and this should be up to proper speed, and this guy will also need power. Flux point. This one we have here, that'll be fine. Conduit. I guess we'll use one power conduit. I don't like doing conduit bundles as much as possible, but this will be fine. As long as it works properly and saves, then I'm happy. Fair enough. Fair enough. I get that. Okay. I'm in a similar state with my Lunium at this point. If I can just get it to work, I'm okay. That's all I want. He's operational. Let me actually, floating Lunium. We'll replace that one. I want to make sure that everything I can possibly accidentally break in here will not get yoinked too poorly, at least. Okay, put this down. This guy down. Connect him there. And then our improved Tortorino. A Y of 1 at a full speed, at an always on. Make sure that this guy is able to keep up speed-wise. Absolutely not a problem. Now let us I know that there's something for Enderman that's not that obelisk. I was pretty sure at least. I guess it's whatever. The inhibitor obelisk actually isn't bad. Looking at it, we actually already have everything for this guy. Okay. Capacitor. We'll do a melodic capacitor in it. Sure. I just want it to be whatever the highest range it can be is. Should only take another second. So thank you for the poison. I really do appreciate it. 136. Oh, it needs fuel too? You bastard. Okay, that'll stop Endermen from teleporting even if they do take damage from other little goblins. I do see that you typed some stuff. I will read it in just a second. Okay. Go back home. So what if I do... Actually, this doesn't even matter. Let's just try to look at an item. Garnets are at 1209, 649, and 7. We just need any of these numbers to change, and we'll know that it's working. $12.12. It went up. I'm pretty sure it was 1209. $649 and 7 still. I'd love to see one of these guys update. If Fire crystals are 55, so I'll keep that in mind as well. 1214. It's working, finally. Jesus, that was so stupid. Okay. He's finally operational. He's gonna take a while to get the things, but that should manage getting our grand magic gems. Hopefully. Yep, garnets are still going up, and that is our only production source of garnets. So. I really want to see the magic crystals go up at least once. Okay, so this is C++, probably gonna crash, because I'm storing reference to the block entity, so it probably doesn't get unloaded, because it still has a reference, but if it's C++, then they freed the memory without you knowing, while you still have the pointer out, then it'd be cooked, yeah, because you'd get an undefined pointer exception. 655, alright, we got some magic crystals, we got 6 of them, beautiful, fantastic, so that does guarantee that this will be producing what we need. Oh gosh. Which is actually good because I don't think I have time to keep going today. I think we're stuck at another 2.5 hour stream today. I do have to go here very soon. Yeah. So it looks like we probably will just come back tomorrow. We'll probably have all the grand magic crystals by then. If not, then we'll get more, but I figure overnight it'll probably be done. And tomorrow with the Grand Magic Crystals, we should be able to get Mortem. That's our only blocker on the Mortem blocks that we'll need on all 10, I'm pretty sure. If I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken. It's showing all the crystals is so that we could craft them now if we wanted to. Yep. So that'll be the only blocker between us and Mortem. I would love to see one more Grand Magic Crystal come in here, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm not going to get lucky enough for that. And yeah, that's going to be it for me today, guys. I will be back tomorrow. We'll get the Mortem block. That'll get us general progress. We'll go into Mortem, do a little bit of exploration there. Break our extra Mortem blocks so we can get the extra 3 we'll need for the Nightmare Bed. And we will go through all of the recursion fragment stuff throughout this week until we can get our Eternal Nightmare fragments that we need. I don't think this will be too horrible. This will pretty much just be a matter of bookmarking all of these and pushing through to get each one. None of them look that bad. This is also why you need the extra 4 caps for every miner, is to make their format of a recursion fragment. And we will also need extra caps of all of the miners later on for the Infinity Dyson Conduit, so I guess that's something. But yeah, thank you guys for dropping by. I do appreciate it. Thank you anyone that's watching the VOD, especially all the way to the end. You're also quite impressive. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day, everyone. Peace. Thank you.